Good morning and welcome to day 78 on the AT. My name is Mosey. This is Rissaroams. Woke up at 5 this morning, rolled out of the shelter at 6:01. I want to beat the heat as much as possible today. Also, today is planned to be our longest day, or my longest day yet. I have planned on doing 17 miles to Jennings Creek. I had a friend, Lizard, who's a couple days ahead. She said they were there the other night. It's a good little swimming hole. And so happy to try and make it somewhere where I can cool off at the end of the night. Because last night was terrible. That was the second worst night's sleep I've had, I think, since I've been out here. Bly Gap and the cold wind being the first. This was so hot. We decided to stay in the shelter and immediately regretted it. But we were all so exhausted from the heat, we didn't feel like setting up tents. But the bugs were nuts, so you wanted to be in your sleeping bag so the bugs would stop biting you. But it was so hot, you were sweating. My 20-degree quilt is overkill, but that's the only quilt I have. I don't have a summer one, so we gotta make it work. At one point I was just laying there and I was like, I wish I was in my tent, because then I wouldn't have to, be under my covers or wearing pants. At one point I did take off my leggings, but then I was just sticking to my quilt, and so I ended up laying on top of the quilt for a while and braving the bugs. But yeah, we all had a pretty rough night. And then we woke up this morning to a nice wind blowing, and we were all like, where was that last night? We'd all said we were going to wake up at 5. I was the only one that did so. The boys are still at camp. They'll be behind me shortly. They don't take quite as long as I do to get ready. But I do have to stop in a little bit and fill up water. We're going to be going a very long ways today with no water. I'm hoping to find some water caches along the Blue Ridge Parkway, because that's where most of our day is going to be spent. So we shall see. All right, well, 45 minutes later, water has been got, cat hole has been dug, time to roll. A red eft. I haven't seen one of these since like North Carolina. I figured it was too dry for you, buddy. I normally only ever see them when it's raining. 7 a.m. and I'm sweating. Tomorrow we're waking up at 4. It's another one. What's going on today? Is it some sort of holiday for you guys? Are you kidding me right now? This is number 3. What is going on? You look a little pale, my dude. Guys, this is number 4. Give me a minute. Number 5. What is going on today? Number 6. Number 6. Number 7. Holy crap. And so it begins. For the next several miles, the trail's gonna parallel the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I can look forward to overlooks like this. This is Taylor's Mountain Overlook. to say, today is a lovely day so far. It's gonna get hot, but I'm enjoying it at the moment. I have to say, waking up early does me very well. I am a better person when I'm awake at 5, which I never thought I would say in my entire life. Thankful for a trash can, and thank you, Johnny Shofar, for a water cache. Much appreciated.
Valley, like 500 yards away, and I yell, Phyllis!
All right, so right after I saw that little sign from Johnny Shofar, I walk over, and he's set up making eggs, blueberry pancakes, coffee, the whole 9 yards. He had some blueberry turnovers. Of course, Tom had to get a couple Cokes. But it's funny, he became a trail angel about 11 days ago by accident. He was coming back from a fishing trip, set up on one of these overlooks to cook himself breakfast, and all of a sudden, all of these thru hikers, which he doesn't know who they are or what they are, come out of the woods, and they're like, "Oh, trail magic, here's a trail angel." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "What are y'all's names? Are you?" And they say their trail names, and he's like, "What?" And so he said he had eggs and 1 potato, and he made home fries and eggs and fed the people, and he just got into it, fell in love with the hiker community, and for the past 11 days has been out here feeding people, which, thank you, Johnny. That was so kind. And we were talking about how it's a big deal for us because we are at the back of the bubble, and you know, trail magic is few and far between, and so we appreciate when we get it. It means a lot to us. And he said he's just been blessed by meeting all the thru hikers and the joy that he can bring to them, and prayed over us as we left. And so, Johnny Shofar, I appreciate it, and I'll insert a clip of him blowing his shofar before he prayed over us.
Right over here and blow this trumpet and
Mind if I record you recording it?
Sure. Recordception. Virginia really is trying to win me back over. I want to love you, Virginia. I really do. I'm trying. I currently have the song Good Day stuck in my head, which is a very good sign. I'm about to have a good day, no matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me, birds are singing praise. Oh, guys, you will never believe what happened. Everyone knows I've been struggling, but today has been a good day, and yeah, I pull up to that last view, or walk up to it, and just as I do, a girl pulls her car up, and she is blaring "Rest on Us," which is a worship song by Maverick City Worship. And I sit there. Sorry, got interrupted by my best friend calling, which I will tell you about in just a moment. But yeah, this girl is blaring "Rest on Us" by Maverick City, and I'm just standing there in awe of this view, worshiping. And then I go up to her and I thank her and I tell her that I needed that, and she's like, "No way." And she gets out of the car and she asks me my name and she prays over me a beautiful prayer, and we just talked for a minute, and she was telling me, you know, she was talking with a friend and the Lord said he was going to use her. She needed to go, and then she pulled off at this overlook she said she never stops at. She drives through there all the time, and she was wondering why, but literally she pulled up just as I walked up. It was divine. And yeah, the Lord is always there. So then anyway, I call my best friend and I tell her what happened, because it was just so beautiful and I needed that. And then she just called me back as I was recording this, because she gets off the phone with me, walks back into the kitchen, and "Rest on Us" by Maverick City is playing on shuffle. And she's just like, "What?" So yeah. Anyway, the Lord is with me. I need to remember that. Oh, and in light of everything that just happened, I want to bring up a comment that I got this weekend on a video that I posted before I hit trail. I had someone say that they were very disappointed to hear that someone as smart and interesting as me was religious, but they would give me a second chance, and they hope that this journey rids me of my God nonsense, as they put it. And my mental response was, "Sorry, pal, ain't happening." If anything, this journey is teaching me to rely on him more and to be so thankful and in awe of his creation. And today is evidence that he's speaking to me out here. And I never really went into my story of how I ended up on this trail. I would like to discuss that one day, but God placed me out here. I know that, and people who thought I was crazy when I first said I was going to do this also have now admitted that the Lord brought me here, and he is speaking to me through this trail. I'm not going to be rid of my God nonsense out here. Sorry to break it to you, pal. I don't know what this is, but that looks pretty dang wild. So I've been wearing me and Gingy's for the last 2 days. I don't hate them, but my feet definitely feel hotter and I feel like they get sweatier. But today I started getting a bit of a hot spot on the bottom of my pinky toe, which I've never had happen before. So what's up with that, Gingy? Other than that, though, doing really good today. It's hot, but it's not too hot. My body feels good. I don't feel so exhausted, actually, which is a surprise. And I'm in good spirits, emotionally and spiritually and physically healthy today. Very thankful for that. Gotta say, we've been doing pretty good. It is 4:30. I have less than a mile to camp, and my feet just started hurting. So that's 16 miles before my feet started aching. That's a huge win. Well, guys, I did it. 17 miles. My longest day yet, and finished before 5 o'clock, and I feel good. Was not expecting that, but happy to report. Just got to the campsite by Jennings Creek. It's behind the parking lot here across the bridge, and waiting on the boys because there's a lot of dead trees around, and I'm not sure this is the best place for us. Gonna wait, and then we can scope it out and see if there's a spot for the 3 of us. But all right.